Nicole O'Neill once said, when you find the courage to use your voice, it has the power to positively inspire and change the lives of others. It is one of the special gifts you have to offer the world. It is something to be cherished and championed, never hidden. And that is why we are here on Your Voice, Your Impact. I am the energetic EJ. I am a life and transformational coach, and I work with women aged 40 and above to turn their abandoned dreams into achievable goals by activating their voice for impact. I'm also a podcaster and an event host. On this show with me is
Great, so amazing. The goal of this show is to help people use their voices to create impact. I am a physicist and a life coach. What I do for my clients is I help them build systems to achieve their goals whilst having fun doing it. On this show, we discuss topical issues that can inspire you to move. Like, subscribe, and share. Welcome aboard.
All right. I think you should be able to hear me right about now. So, you know, when you've been away for something for so long and it feels like you're rusty. I feel I'm rusty. Like I don't understand how to operate StreamYard again. How are we doing today? I hope we're having a good. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. I know one month already in 2025, and it's looking like the year is already old. But no, don't get it twisted. The year isn't old. It's still pretty new. I mean, if you're going to 12 and you count to 2, it's still at the beginning. All right. So if you score 2 over 12, that's not a mark. That is not a pass mark. All right. So yeah, thank you and welcome to Your Voice, Your Impact here on Your Voice, Your Impact. Yes, and this is the energetic EJ. And of course, I'm going to bring on Gracie right now. I hope that you can hear me. Really, if you're watching whether on Instagram, on YouTube, or on LinkedIn, and you can hear me, please drop a comment. Let me know that you can hear us clearly. Yes, if you see my head going here and there, I'm trying to monitor to see the different platforms so that if there are comments coming in, be able to acknowledge them. All right, about I am going to bring on my darling Gracie as we start off this year on a very chill note, right? We're going to talk about the journey so far. How did January go for you? For me, I think it was the fastest, shortest January yet for me. Maybe it's because I had a lot of fun. Gracie had fun to on Gracie, so we just and so for what
Feels good to be back. Woo!
yeah. Oh,
I don't know if it's from my end or from your end. It's lagging, and I'm just
it's
hoping.
lagging.
Okay, it's better now. I think it's better now. Okay, let's leave
Okay.
it waiting. I
Okay.
think it's better now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you can hear me now. Go ahead. How was it? How has it been?
Okay, I
Enjoyment
can hear
woman.
you. I thought you.
Is it lagging?
You
Is it
know,
still lagging?
no, it's not lagging now. I think
Okay.
we're good to go. And I heard you when I was backstage, and you were saying that you're feeling rusty. And just what just came to mind was like, it's so easy, and it's interesting to note that you have to it, as much as it is a good thing for you to be on go on vacation, you don't make it too long, because sometimes you might just feel that you're lounging, you're enjoying, and when you come back, like, everywhere is looking new. And right now I'm feeling that way. I'm like, how long were we? I mean, it was just 1 month, and it's looking like we were out of this place for 1 year. Because I missed the
Mm-hmm.
show. Let me confess, I missed missed the show, and I'm very happy to be back, especially knowing that we have a lot lined up for the year. So I'm super, super excited that we're here, we're presumed fully equipped to ride on this journey that we started,
Right.
you know, we started in 2023, this 2025. Almost getting to the second year. Oh. I'm super excited. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. So I
I'm
think
happy.
it's a little bit dragging. Give me a second.
I hope it's not from my end though, because I came ready for the internet.
Okay. All right. No wahala, Sha. Let's just say I think it's the internet actually. I think it's the internet. Is unstable kinda. But anyway, you can hear me now, right?
Yes, I can hear you, but I hope while I mean now that I'm speaking, you're able to hear me and it's not lagging. It's not like it's
No,
cutting
no,
my
no, it's not
words.
lagging. No, I can hear
Okay,
you. I can hear you in real time. It's not lagging. Yeah. All
okay,
right. So sorry, because we are even our laptop plus internet is like they are like, who are you people? Where
so you think you can use us and dump us and then
and just
just
dump
jump
us
on us
and
like that?
come.
You can come and just jump on us. No, now we wanted you to relax, to rejuvenate, to get yourself, you know, back to the way you were created. So when you now come back, you come back with full force. Because let me not lie,
Oh,
I enjoyed the holiday. I
tell us a
enjoyed
little
the
bit
holiday.
about that. You're not the only one that
Woohoo!
enjoyed, you know.
Woohoo! I enjoyed. And for me, it was more about meeting new people, new culture. So I traveled, I
Mm,
went on vacation and I went to Kenya and I went to Ethiopia. And I was just fascinated that we will be in our own world and we're
your own
seeing,
cocoon.
similar people, and we're seeing people that look like, we have a way when you see us, it's, this person is from this place. And then you go and then you see another set of human beings with a kind of body structure as we're still human beings, we're still Africans, but there's this different look that you'll be like, oh wow, like the Ethiopian women, pretty. I was like, see this fine woman, and it's interesting. And I think that's how versatile the world is. And it's also
Right.
how unique we are. I was trying to look
Mm,
for and what we do as a show, Your Voice, Your Impact, it even gave me that energy. It gave me something to look out for, knowing that if
right.
people are this, across nations, you see, even within the country that you are, when you move to a certain state in that same country, you see people that are looking different. You like, if it's maybe facial structure, maybe height, or maybe shape, it just gives me an idea of how unique we are and how our stories and what we are about can be when we are willing to tap into our inner, will I say our core as human beings.
Mm.
So while I was there, this show was just coming to my head. And I'm like, on this our platform, we're going to interview people from Antarctica. They should come and
I
tell
like
us
that.
what it feels like, you know, being in a place that cold. I was just saying that beyond just, talking to people from one, we're going to go all round. And I already have someone from Asia in my head that we're going to bring on this platform to tell us the impact and things that they are doing in their own. Do you understand what I mean? And it just made
Right.
me, apart
Help
from
us see the world from the lens.
exactly,
Right.
exactly, it's so sweet, and I had fun. I relaxed, and I learned Swahili. So I'm going to use that
How many
to.
Swahili do you learn? Look at that
I learned a little bit
Swahili.
of Swahili.
Like
I learned.
like
I
you can have a
learned.
conversation in Swahili.
I can't now. Now for you, I can't have it. But I can greet. If me and you should go to a place now, I would greet them. By the time I say
Jambo.
Karibu sana, eh,
Jambo.
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 Ah, you have gone to Google. Oh, you have gone to Google.
I didn't Google
Hey,
it. You don't forget I'm in the
Jam.
melting pot of the world. I'm in the melting pot of the world. Like we have over 200 nationalities here in the UAE.
Oh, oh,
And Kenyans are like, if you count Africa, you see like two. So asante sana, karibu sana. What are you talking about?
Umzuri, Umzuri san, Umzuri.
Okay, so I have a comment here from LinkedIn from Leon Apungu. Thank you so much, Leon, for joining the conversation. Leon says, of email while describing women is just epically spot on. Like she too is the admirers of utopia women. Where these people they are so epically
We will, we
very
will, we will.
epic.
Don't worry. We would have some of them come here to share their impact and what they are doing in their own space. What
That's
in
a
their
good one.
own corner.
Okay,
Yes.
you are putting me on assignment now. I have a couple of them. So yeah, we'll see. Ethiopian, Ugandans, Kenyan, Rwandans. Just it's a lot. Lot. It
Beautiful.
was
Because
here
the,
an Eritrean,
oh, I heard
but
those girls.
it's
You have beautiful girls there.
even their boys are fine. I'm not gonna lie, their boys
Oh,
are fine too. They have this fine shape of face, they're fine. Um, Leon says you guys are fun. I love that you learned my language. Leon
are you
is
from? Where are
Kenyan.
you from? Karibu, karibu sana. Umzuri, umzuri sana. Jambo, jambo. One thing, and one thing I learned, and one thing I'm very grateful for is, do you know how understanding somebody's language can just, when you have defenses, you just imagine going to a place
It just
and
brings
somebody
down.
is there and you say, do you understand? The person will be
It's
like, oh,
powerful.
you speak?
It's powerful. It changes. It changes the conversation. It changes the atmosphere. In fact, Leon is offering us here. Says I can offer you free Swahili lesson if you talk to me nicely. Hey, Jambo, what else you learn now? You talk to him nicely.
Jambo, Leonard, what else do you want us to say? What do you want? Please, I want to learn the language. And
Me
I
too.
love
I
your
need
people, by
to
the
learn as
way.
well.
Hi, I love your people. Very welcoming, very hospitable. I can now
That's
understand
cool.
why Kenya is a tourist. People go there for tourism. Beyond going to see the beautiful places that when you go to a new city and you're looking at the beautiful things around the city, the people, how they welcome you, how they treat
Mm,
you is what more than whatever it is you're going to see.
absolutely. Ooh, man, don't get me started. Again, like just letting you guys on this because it's the right time. So you're welcome to our world. It's because it's the right time. So it's nice to meet you. I hope you'll be here weekly. So we have this session every Monday by God's grace, and we really, really do have very engaging conversations. So you're welcome to be a part of the conversation and let us get to know you as well. In case you also have something that you're passionate about, that you want the world to know, you want to talk about that. This is the platform for it. Grace, you even get me on hospitality. In was in Uzbekistan. Oh my goodness. They made us feel like queens. Like literally everywhere we entered, it was like there were scarcely black skin colors there. So we entered, they know that these ones are tourists, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were taking a show one of the evenings, and a son and his mom, they were walking towards us, and they were like, and they don't really speak English that much. Few of them understand English, and this, I am so please, like, yeah, I was to say, like, oh, she just say welcome, and you are visiting. We're like, yeah, we're visiting. It's like, oh, thank you so much. He dipped his hand into his pocket and gave us one of their currency. That this is my gift to you. I'm taking to remember us,
Oh,
but I'm like, oh, how how
my.
sweet, you know. For me, what that brought to my mind is truly, as humans, we are intrinsically kind.
Yeah.
Our default is kind, even when you see something is different from you. Your first impression is, wow, this person is a little bit different. You know, you are
Yeah.
inquisitive, but it is life and the experiences and people that now so like, ah, if you see that person, run. Oh, eh? If you hear that from is from that place, you better run for your life. You know, it's just information, you know, that we have now stored and the meaning that we've now things. But naturally, as human beings, we are love, we are communal, we are very open and very welcoming. And I just love it when we travel. That's why on my vision board this year, I'm going places by the
I
grace
know,
of
right?
God.
I know, right? I mean, and I think we underestimate the power of traveling. And, we talk about it, traveling is education, yeah, and all that. But so this is an aside, this is something, the Fort Jesus. There's a place called Fort Jesus in Kenya that we visited in Mombasa.
Mm,
And the history the history of so someone came and told us the history of that part where they fought, and just gave us the history. And I was just listening to, thank God, I'm going to post that man's video on my Instagram. While he was talking, I was just looking at him, and from just listening to him, I said, babe, storytelling, talking about things, helping people to see things from a unique perspective is the best
mm,
gift you can give to them. I feel like I am from Kenya just knowing that history alone. I can just sit children down and start telling them about the Fort Jesus history just by listening to someone tell the story so beautifully. And then
mm.
this show again comes to mind, where we have created this platform where people can come and share their
Their
stories and how they
stories.
are creating impact. It's okay to come to this world, be a professional, work and go. But you know what? A particular story, the woman that fought, her name, it was even hard for me when he was pronouncing the name at the time, so it's hard for me now and have to go. I wrote it down somewhere to read more about the woman, and he shared the story about that woman and what she did. The woman is nowhere. She died many years ago. But if you go
We're
to
still
the Fort
hearing
Jesus
about
because
her.
we're still hearing about her, tell me about impact. What she
Mm,
did changed the trajectory of the people from that region because
mm.
she made sure her voice was heard. And I mean, I have goose pimples here just thinking about it and
Mm.
looking back at history and the things that we still talk about till tomorrow. I'm
Right.
very sure that there are many people, unsung
Heroes
heroes,
and
that
heroines. Mm.
because yes, that because they didn't see the need or they didn't get the opportunity to share their
To
stories,
share
to,
it.
to
Mm.
tell what they're about and why they are here, we're
Mm.
still not we're never going to hear about them. Which brings us to one of the reasons, our core, and what this show is about. I just feel, Leonard is seeing this for the first time, and this is our first show in the year.
In the
And
year.
what we normally do, we bring people to share how they are creating impact with the work that they do. No matter what, if you have a craft or if there's anything you're doing, and that thing you're doing is helping someone else. I mean, if you're a teacher, you're selling knowledge, you're helping people to learn things. If you're a musician, you're helping people
Feel
to relax,
good.
to feel
Mm,
good. So that's your own way of creating
impact.
impact. And we want
Right.
to hear the story.
Yeah.
So um to before I would keep quiet, to just help someone that would bump into this video anytime, this is the moment we say that if you have a story and you're too shy and you're like, hey God, no, it's not big enough, this is where, no matter how small it is, one person can hear it and say that, oh, so this person started with this and this person is creating this impact. Maybe I should start my own. That's the essence of your voice, your
What we
impact.
do.
So
Absolutely.
I mean, traveling, see you,
Absolutely.
I just
Thank
went to
you.
one country here and my eyes, I'm just imagining
Only
all the
one
countries
oh,
that are, only two
that are
countries that I
available
have,
for you to
that
go.
I'm this excited, and I'm overwhelmed with joy just
Mm,
seeing what people are doing. Look at this. I see it around here, I buy it here. But the fact that somebody told me a story, I was even telling myself that, you know what, even if this your story is a lie, I'm buying it. I will buy. How much? Give it to me. That's the beauty of storytelling.
storytelling. Mm,
I bought it
I
too.
love it.
This is something I see around here in Nigeria every day. But I bought it because of how the person sold the story, and made me feel like, oh really? Just that? How much is it? Just bring it. Bring
Mm,
it.
I know, I know. You what you just said now made me remember that same trip we were on. So, like I said, because they don't speak English, it was a little bit of a hassle getting into the market, and so we had our tour guide that took us around that could speak English, so it could help with interpretation. But that evening, we were just taking a stroll around our hotel, and then we saw these two beautiful girls. They were young, and they were selling beads, like
Oh.
handmade beads. They're like, look at these small kids. At least they're not just lot to say, give me something, give me something. They are trying to, sell. And so we tried to communicate with them, but they're like, no, no English. I'm like, okay, how much? We're trying to, negotiate. Okay, how much is this? I think about this age. Like, how much is it and everything? So we're trying to like, hey, I want to know the money, the change that they will give us. So some people that were passing by on like noticed like, ah, these people are struggling. They now came and said,
Mm.
you want my expensive parties. Told the boss, they told them, like, oh, okay. I'm like, wow, life is just beautiful, honestly.
Yeah.
And like it said about storytelling, and I just want to share this testimony for this platform. Now, people might look at this platform and think, oh, what are they doing there? These two girls, what are they doing and everything? We're doing a lot and we recognize it, right? And that's why we've stayed consistent the last 1 year plus. And okay, I'm seeing more comments now. Hi, Morando. Thank you. So sorry for the network, but I hope you can hear us clearly now. Jody, thank you so much. Just joined. You are welcome. We are glad to have you here. Just to tell you, like we recognize that by input and giving this value on this platform. One of our guests last year, AQ, you know him, right? AQ has not stopped saying, EJ, Grace, so amazing. You girls, It was on this same platform that he got to meet one of my big sis who did a conference, global conference this year, January this year. And last year, this whole conversation happened, I didn't even have a clue that I was going to be at that conference. Do you see? I didn't have a clue, but it all came around like full circle, like AQ said, and that he met with Steph. Steph invited him to be a this global friends. I was there as well as to do some interviews on the media wall. And so you see, it might look small. And I say this because Grace also mentioned, like, you might be there, sitting there and thinking, what is it about my story? It's too small. Don't say that. It would make a difference. Only one person is all we need in this life. One person is all you need. And you know where you that one person. And I like saying, just show up again today. Okay, that person didn't show up. Tomorrow again, come again, show up again. The more you keep showing up, the more you increase your chances of meeting that one person that will change the trajectory of your life. All right. So this is to invite you in. No matter how small your you can. So again, I think one of the things that people struggle with is the intention behind it. Just
Yeah.
deal with your intention. Why do you want to share? Why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? We're doing what we're doing because we know at some point in our lives, we've also been on that other side, thinking, what am I doing? Making any difference. But from experience, we want to know everything is affecting one person outside of
Yes.
us. And so,
True.
because of that possibility of inspiring one person, of motivating one person, of one confidence, we show here week. So, again, we are inviting you to be a part of your voice, your impact in 2025. Now, we said in this episode, we're going to tell you how far our journey said very amazing. It's the shortest, sweetest. I had the opportunity to go back home to my country, Nigeria, to be with my family, even though not all of them, but at least I was able to spend some quality time with my mom and my son, which is something I've always dreamed of in the last 2.5 years. And so it was such a blessing to begin the year. You know how this journey, then this travel, like it's almost this boost energy, like there's nothing we cannot. That's how I feel, having to spend time with my son, with my mom, having to pray with them, having to have my mom pray for us. Is like, you know what, 2025, whatever you bring, we face you. No matter that we down, no matter the mountain climbed it, and excited what is to come in 2025. One of my personal goals this year is to break limits. Okay, so I was talking to Gracie yesterday and I was telling her, see, so if you see me being here and gymnastics, I'm crazy, break, not about any other person, but the limits that is holding me down, or the limits that is keeping me small. I am breaking it. So this is me speaking it forth into the air, so that when you see me to and you have any or any you shy or fear, why are you, just tell me, say, energetic EJ, what's going on here? I thought you said you are breaking limits. Once you say that passcode, I'll jump up again and say, oh yes, we are breaking limits. So keep me accountable, giving you the to, all right. Yeah. Again, to go in the direction that our heart is guiding us, right? So we're going to be flowing from there. We're having this conversation last year as we wrapped up the year last year, like what some of the things we are personally on in our would all shape direction that we speak to generally, because we hold those things in high esteem. Talk about relationships, and this is all kinds of relationships, right? So we'll be looking into those different dynamics, family, finance, self, and all of those things. Us, then this year we making money, we making money this year because we have to travel. So we'll be talking about money as well, how to make it, how to manage it, how to multiply it. So these are some of the things that we have in store for you in 2025. So please make it a date with us every Monday, as to share with you, to do life. For those of you watching us for the your world. If you go on our YouTube channel, there is a ton of amazing content waiting for you there. And what we will also do this year, we will commit to it. I know it's a bit of work because we also have other things that we do, but this is important for us as well. We will bring you clips from our past episodes. Like if we sit on that alone, we have enough content for the rest of the year, right? To commit to and ourselves to give you clips from our past episode, so you watch the full episode and gain the knowledge that that we shared there, or that our guests brought onto the show. All right, so thank you so much, and officially we are now welcoming you to 2025. And I know it's February, okay, but yes, welcome to 2025. It's the month of already, so let the love bug in. Hey, Tracy, what for Valentine's?
What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
What are we doing for Valentine like this?
Ah, now, February is the collective, because I honestly don't think that love should have a limit, or celebrating love should have a particular time that it should be celebrated. But because we live in a world where we attach a lot of things to dates, we attach a lot of things to seasons and all of that.
Mm,
Let's just go with the flow. Let's connect. So we're going to be doing a lot of lovey conversations in the month of February. And why that is very crucial is, what we have done in the past. I think last year we started with self-love, then we love, with couples, and then love generally, and what love really means. So in the month of February, we would connect and align with what the season is about, which is about love. But how we do ours differently is we start from the very essence of you as a person. What's love to you? Because honestly, if you don't even understand what love is, you cannot be able to communicate it to someone else to tell you and treat you, in that regard. So we always kickstart with that, love for self, what you do to show love, and how you interpret love. So February is going to be about love, everything about love. And then in between, that's going to be the theme, but in between, we would bring in other things that we can apply in our day-to-day life. If you're into business, if you're into anything, how do you love? How do you even show love? For EJ and I, you can tell that we love what we do. That's it's a no-brainer. Everybody knows that we love what we do. And because we love what we do, we have aligned, and we have connected. If you don't love what you do and you're struggling, there's always this, you
disconnect.
won't,
Mm,
but because we love what we do, there is always this alignment, even though there are times that we're like, is this thing even worth it? But we remember the foundation of love, the love for human beings, the love for growth, the love for
growth.
personal development, the love, to want to share, the love for community, the love. I can go on and on. So we will, look for how to, and we have people our guests. So if you have not subscribed, this is me giving it to you. Run, and click. You don't have to run. Your device is in front of you. Just click like and subscribe. You get, so that you can get what we have in stock for you. We have people that will come and talk to you about a lot of things. Let us make it a little mysterious, so that you people would not say, have we not heard it before? You've not heard it from who we're bringing. I promise you. You have not heard it from
Absolutely.
the person we're going to bring. And you're not, and again, let me quickly add something that, in my quiet time, my quiet time is a lot. I'm like just only me in my quiet time having these conversations in my head and analyzing and having fun by myself and just looking through a lot of things. I said, no matter, so it stemmed, there was a conversation I had with a friend of mine, and we were talking about genes and everything. And I said that even you and your father, you and your mother, you and your siblings, you people don't share the same fingerprints. No human being, no matter the DNA that you people have together, your fingerprints
It's unique.
uh, are not the same.
Mm.
And then what did that say to me? It just said it to me that you would continue to listen to different things until you find that person that is quote and unquote your soulmate, or the person that has been assigned to help you see things the way that you should see it. And I'm saying this because for me, when I was searching for something, I was, scouting, I was studying, I was reading until I bumped into someone, just like on a show like this. And I was listening to that person. And you know how we say, when you see your tribe, your connection
Mm,
will be without
recognize.
strength. And I was
Mm.
like, whoa, whoa. It connected like this. And today, when I look back, I'll tell myself, Grace, well done for taking the bold step. By you are not relaxed, you kept doing this. And I'm sharing this so that you can understand the depth of what we do here. We understand that people are different journeys, and people are different levels. And we understand that we're coaches, by the way, and we understand that, look, we don't need to force you to do certain things by yourself, but we just want you to hear somebody's story. We want you to hear how somebody was able to get from point A to point B, their own journey. And then you look at yourself, where am I in this person's story? Am I am I here? Because at the end of the day, when you check life generally, you see that we relate in one way or the other. If somebody comes to
Absolutely.
tell you something, you would remember when you were
A
in that
connection. Mm.
yeah, yeah, so you always have something to connect with someone. You might be a mother that is struggling through, having to deal with your children. You're almost going crazy. Like, God! And then somebody's coming to tell you the story when they were in that position and where they are now, when they look at their children and they're like, wow, thank God, I did this when I could. So it's
Survived.
pretty much that. It's pretty much that. So I can go on. And before we came here, we were like, let's write out what we are going. I'm like, you know what? Let's go with it. And us, we are always in preparation mode. That's what you do when you're in a state and you
When
have a
you're in
community
love with
where
what you
you're
do.
constantly growing. And when you love what you do, man, when you love what you do. So
Yeah.
look at us.
Absolutely.
Somebody would have to come and tell us to shut up, that we have heard next, because we can go on and on and on
I
and on.
know.
So
Anyways,
back to
I'm
you.
loving I'm loving the conversation though. Leon is really on. Leon, we celebrate you. Thank you for being our star of this episode. All right. Leon says he's recording what you said and said they haven't. Why am I even reading this without letting you see it? So Leon says they haven't heard it from me, Grace. They should run and subscribe just like
Good
I've
up.
done
So I
already.
think we're going to have a segment. We're going to have a segment for people like Leon, who has been,
Um,
engaging, and even from where he is, his voice is being heard. Talk about impact. They haven't heard
absolutely.
it from me,
Absolutely.
Grace. And we're definitely going to hear. Okay, it's on LinkedIn. I'm going to jump
Yeah.
right. Once we're out of here, I'm running to LinkedIn and I'm going to follow you
Connecting.
ASAP. I'm definitely connecting
Absolutely.
with you, because what you're doing is you're letting us know that you're listening to us and you're following us, and your own voice also needs to be heard. So we would see how we would take it from there. So I think we'd have a segment. The star of the show today is Leon Apungu. Woo! Shout out to Leon Apungu. Tell us where you're watching this from. If you don't mind, just tell us where you're watching this from. And then next week again, let's tell you how serious this is going to be. Next week, we're going to give a shout out to you. And hopefully we would continue to see you join us on this show. Alrighty, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Leon. I mean, you're doing a great work. And like she said, you're making an impact right now because you're actually making our conversation very conversational, which is one of the things that, we really look forward to on our show. And so you are making an impact on us. Really appreciate you for that. And as she said, yes, would remember to mention you and to give you a shout out next week when we come back on the show. Yeah, but thank you so much for being a part of the conversation this week. Today was just to say welcome to 2025, saying our break is now officially over. We are back.
Over.
Back.
We are back.
We're back here week in, by God's grace. Sometimes alone, sometimes with our guests to talk about topics as the year goes by. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Remember, we are still gunning for the goal that we started last year. So our show is going to be 2 years old by June. Forget when I think it's June 19th, right? Grace, is it June?
June 19th, yeah.
Right. So we'll be 2 years in June 19, 2025. And we have a goal of hitting 10,000 subscribers. I know at this point, like, is it but believer? Nothing is impossible. We need to do our to put in some work from our end, but we need you because we're just two of us, and you all are, if you share the link and other people subscribe and they subscribe, then you can help us hit that goal as soon as possible. All right. So we're just putting it out there to remind ourselves, but also to let you be a part of our journey. Thank you so much for being on today's show. Till we'll come your way again next as I fully into your voice, your impact. Remember that you have a voice and your voice is meant for impact. Please use it. God bless you.
Asante sana.
Jambo.